Hello ladies, welcome to Sangeeta's Cooking Mantra. Today is a very important session and we are going to make a very pretty cake today. So this is called the alphabet cake. So many of you have been asking me about, ma'am, how to do an alphabet cake. We really struggle with the frosting, with how to cut it, how to frame it and everything. So I will teach you how to make an alphabet cake today. So let's get started. Okay, so let's get started and build our alphabet cake. So now today I have a cake sponge which is in the shape of a square. I have baked it in a square tin. Okay, so first and foremost you need a sponge, cake sponge. So you have so many recipes, you can take any recipe that the client asks you for, any flavor, anything. So if you ask me, ma'am, whether it should be a square cake or a round cake, that you have to suit yourself. Why? Because if you are making, I'm planning the letter A, so I have taken a square cake. Suppose you want S or O, so you can take a round cake, it will be easier for you to cut out. So also there are two ways. You can take a template, like a paper template or a buttercream template, keep that template on and then you can write. But because we will be making mostly 1 kg, so I do not prefer wasting any of the cakes. Most of the cakes I don't prefer wasting, okay. So today I have this square cake that I have baked yesterday and cling wrapped it, like we do for all other cakes, okay. And I'm just going to take out pieces. So what would I do? I just want to trim the edges first. Use a serrated knife. Trim the edges gently. Right? So whatever extras you have, you can even take a turntable. Okay, so this is going to be easier. Now I can say it nicely. Just trim the edges. Any recipe that you have. And then the other side edge. So I have a turntable which has a lock basically that allows me to work nicely and doesn't move actually. Okay, so you have to determine what thickness you want. Lock it again. And now suppose I want this thick. So just trim one piece, right? This is the piece that we are going to use. So just trim off the excess, the head, because you want a squarish piece, okay? But before that, what you can do is you can cut another piece. So 2 pieces when you have similar piece, you can measure it with eye estimation or you can measure it with a scale also. However suits you. So these are the 2 pieces, right? So this is 1 piece and this is the second piece. Okay. In fact, if you take the center 2 pieces, it is also going to give you a very straight line. Right? So these are the 3 pieces, okay? This is extra, so I'll just keep it aside. Now, what you want to do it is, see, you will see it's like a little curve. Just straighten it, little bit, not too much. Just wherever you see that it's a little curve, with your serrated knife, just straighten it a little, and then taut it from the center. So you have 2 pieces of this. Now you can keep this aside and repeat the same with the second piece also. you have to first understand what alphabet you are working on, okay, and accordingly plan your moves. If you are not confident with a direct knife, then you can have a template made out of paper, printout, butter paper, whatever suits you, okay. And this one I will keep for making the top and the center part. So let me just, now I will be taking the round base, the final base where I want to build my cake on. So this is the base that I want to build my cake on, okay. So before building, you just have to keep it like this, just to check that the height and everything is perfect, okay. See this, right? So this needs to be trimmed a little, so you can do all those adjustments now, a little bit, not much. Can you see this? Yeah. And if you want, you can straighten this part also, but I think I will be using a little buttercream today. Whatever frosting you want, if it is a chocolate cake that your client has asked for, you can go for chocolate frostings, white chocolate frostings, or whipped cream. You can go with whipped cream also. These cakes go really well with whipped cream. I have buttercream ready for today, so I'll be using buttercream today. So it's completely your choice. See, whatever the client asks for, or you're making for yourself then. So can you see this? Right? So we just need to put one here. So for that, just cut out a piece, the piece that you had from there, and take a bigger piece first and try to adjust it, okay. So when you try to adjust it, you will see that the shape is a little this, like a conical shape, right? So just trim off like a cone. Can you see this? Trim it off like this, not straight but at an angle, the angle of A, okay. Just trim it off a little. I'm just trimming it off here, and from the other side also. See, the cake has been out since I think an hour, and it is very soft to handle now. So I'm just using light hands. But when you want to do it, just take it out right before you plan to work actually, okay? Because I was multitasking, so this has been out since long. See, so this is how the alphabet is looking, okay? So I will just cut this into two parts again. So this is the center part of my A, and I've cut it into two parts for the frosting, okay? So this is the shape. Can you see this? So I'm back now. See, you can see that my station is clean, and I'm giving you an angular view so that you can see it nicely, okay? So now we have all the pieces of the cake ready. So you have to, before starting your work, you have to arrange everything and see if the shape is fine, okay? Secure a little frosting on the base to be able to stick the cake on the base, okay? Not a lot, but you can put a little. Now I will put this piece. Can you see this? Okay, and another one. Fine. Can you see this? See, the distance is completely yours. You want it at a gap, you can do a gap, okay? I think this is fine. More than that, if you do, it's not going to look nice, okay? And also a little bit in the center for this piece, okay? Can you see this? Right? Can you see this? Okay. So get rid of any crumbs, loose crumbs that is there. You don't want it to have any loose crumbs. At this point of time, what you can do is you can soak your cake. Suppose you're doing a strawberry cake, you can soak it with strawberry syrup, any simple syrup, anything that is of your choice. You can soak it at this point of time. This is so soft, it's coming out. So if you have some pieces that is coming off like this, I'll give you another tip. What you can do is just put a little buttercream or whatever frosting you are using and just fix it. You know, you'll be carving it for the first time, so this might happen. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but it might just happen. And whatever extra frostings you can see in the edges, you can just clean up, because you want the shape of the cake to show properly, okay? So the extras you don't want. Now just clean it completely, nicely. Get rid of all the crumbs. Okay, so we will start piping. So today I am using a strawberry buttercream. Can you see this? So just start piping. I will do like 2 dots, because I have not soaked the cake. Okay, so height has to be equal. Because this is the first layer. Can you see this? Just keep on forming it. Okay, so now with this frosting, this becomes one piece. Just turn it towards you. See this? Yeah, and just keep it at this angle. So you can see, there's the lock. And just keep on piping. Try to keep the height equal. See this? And the center, of course. Now, after this, what do you want to do? Now, after this, you would want to place the next layer on this, overlapping. Okay, so if you had a single piece, if you would have cut it out using a template and from a single cake, then it would be really difficult for you to transfer. So then what you could do is you could slide it off, like say suppose this is the entire piece, slide it off on a base, cake base, and then slide it on top of this like this slowly, so that it doesn't break. But we have the pieces in single pieces today. So just pick one up nicely, gently, just place it on top. Don't rub it, just place it gently on top of the layer. Second piece. Right? And the third piece. Do you see this? And get rid of the crumbs. See this? Do you see the layers building up already? So see, again one more tip. If you wanted, you could have trimmed these edges also, these brown parts. I am just doing it for the class, that's why I am not trimming it. If you want to give it to a client, one more tip is that you can trim these off. So I won't be doing it now because it might just break. But if you could trim these brown parts, this would have looked absolutely yellow and would have given you a much better finish. Okay, but I am happy with it because we are just recording it for the sake of the class. So now moving back to it again. Now you can do either these stars or you can do small rosettes, but let me continue with the stars again. See, it's a superb buttercream. My son is very fond of strawberries actually. Do you see this? Can you see the layers now? Right? So, and now the center part. So what you can do is you can also do the center as little rosette. Design you can completely suit yourself. Can you see this? And now the best part, which is the decorating part basically. So cleaning up my station and then I'm coming back to you. So this is how your alphabet cake should look by now. Now everything is completely, it's your choice. If you have fresh strawberries, you can decorate it with fresh strawberries or fresh flowers. If it is a chocolate themed cake, you can put on like a chocolate overload. You can put on macarons, you can put on anything of your choice. So I do not have any of that today, and I love fresh flowers. So I have this beautiful rose, and white and some of these, okay. Or if you do not have them, you can also make paper flowers or any edible flower of your choice. So I will just try and start building now. Just check that the position, and do not put them directly. I've trimmed off the stems. See, this is how I got them, and we have cleaned it and dried it, and you don't put it directly into the cake. So what you need to do is take a little frosting. You can go for any kind of ganache, dark chocolate ganache or white chocolate ganache, and then coat it and allow it to dry for some time. Okay, after you coat it, see, it will take a little time to dry, and in the meantime just poke it inside. Poking it inside. Can you see this? So I would want to put one here maybe. Yeah. Okay, I'll just show you. I'll just turn it towards you and show it to you. Again, dipping it in white chocolate. Not white chocolate ganache, sorry, I mentioned ganache. It should be white chocolate so that it sets. Okay, so see, this is dipped in white chocolate, and you can do a couple of more design like this. You have to understand which is your front. So I will start working from my front, otherwise I will start building it in a different angle. So let me just put it towards me so that I can see it nicely. Okay, so you can put a couple on the base also, just however you like it. Just place it randomly. There is no hard and fast rule, just keep on building it. So I have this white also. Out a little petal, just put a little white chocolate on that. I've taken out a petal from this, and you can actually put it anywhere, if you like, here and there in the body also. It gives a very nice finish. Like taking a little petal out, and wherever you feel, suppose you have some cracks or something, you can even do this there. Okay, and this is beautiful. So I don't know where to put it because I really want to use it. I can put it here. I can put little frosting. We have a purple frosting also. See, I have this purple frosting also with me. Any color of your choice, you can actually use it. I will just show you. This is how it looks as of now. Okay, so I want to put this white flower here, so I'm putting a little frosting here, just a little dollop. It's looking good as it is. Just put it in white chocolate and just place it nicely, and maybe a couple of petals here and there just to give it that contrast. See, this is how I've put the white flower. Can you see that? And this one last flower remains. I think I'll just place it here. Okay, I'll just place it here. Okay, just placing it here. Some people don't do it in the body because it might just fall off. So if you want, you can just put it like this. So it's completely your choice. You could have done a couple of more on top. So I have this purple frosting. I really want to play around with this. So maybe I can make a little kind of a small rosette here and there. Okay. And one maybe in front of the little white rose that we have. Not everywhere. Like a little twist here and there. Okay, so just keep cleaning your nozzle. So I just want to lift it a little. So if you want to lift it, you can use the purple frosting like a rosette and then lift it. So what will happen is it will show from the base. Can you see this? It's looking so pretty already. Okay, I can keep on working on this forever, I think, but I think the class is going to get over in a few minutes now. So just stick to whatever we are doing. Okay, just keep on putting a little here and there. You can do a little more dollops also. So that's it. I think I am happy with how it's looking now. Okay, so when you have these rose petals, don't just leave them idle. You can place one dollop here so that it doesn't look out of place. So the composition should look like one single composition. Do you see this now? Okay, and you can put a couple more here and there. See, like this? It's not a hard and fast rule that you cannot do anything on the base. It's completely your choice and your cake. So get creative. And I think this is a beautiful cake. Can you see this? I really like it. Okay, so this is the strawberry kind of a cake, alphabet cake that I have done, that we have done together today. So you can make any alphabet that you need, the alphabet name of the birthday boy, birthday girl, or whoever it is, and you can create such beautiful cakes. Okay, all the best. See you soon. Bye. So see, after completion, this is how it is going to look. So now you can either go and use your gold touch or silver touch, or some sprinkles, or suit yourself any kind of. If it is a chocolate cake, go for your chocolate chips or anything. I have this silver spray which is called a pearl powder spray silver. Okay, can you see this? Pearl powder spray silver. Sorry, it's a lot of tongue twisters happening today. So this is what I'm going to spray. Okay, so you can spray it. See, it gives you that, can you see the spray? Yes, it's a lovely powdery silver spray. I'm really happy with how it looks. Beautiful. Okay, see you all. See you soon. All the best and make beautiful alphabet cakes. All the best. Bye.